Hi there folks, Gareth here, and we're having a quick look at the Griffin ultra-powerful 5-port charging station. It's one of the higher end solutions to multi-unit charging. It looks like a beautiful piece of kit, to be honest. We've looked at a couple of these before and they've been not quite so spectacular. For the money, I'm hoping this is going to be quite so spectacular. On the side here, it shows that it's compatible with a bunch of different devices, from the iPhone, iPad, Samsung, Nokia, Kindle Fire, Kindle, and other devices that charge via USB. I'm hoping that it's quite up to date. It might have USB-C inside it as well, or fast charging, or any of those sorts of things. So use your USB dock, connector, or lightning cables to charge up to 5 devices at once. We've got 5 USBs along the back. Bit of a toast rack here for you to slip them into, which are adjustable. Delivers 10 watts of charging power for your iPad, iPhone, iPod, tablets or smartphones, so it should charge everything quite nicely. One of the more attractive things about this is that Griffin do some really high quality products. We've had a look at them quite recently, and some of them have been quite innovative. So they are one company that you can really quite trust for a good result, although their prices do seem to be quite high. Oh, okay, so there's no easy way to get the box out. It's one of these cardboard wing things. Okay, so the box is empty and we have a small piece of paper. Warranty does not cover stuff. We have a 2-pin plug for America with a 2-pin connector here, so that's easily exchangeable. Inside here we have power brick. That's 100 to 240 volts, 50 to 60 hertz, and 15 volts, 4 amps. Okay, and a sort of standard connector there. Right, the actual toast rack itself. So it is white plastic around the outside, which makes it quite light. And we have 5 little indentations, possibly for cable management. Apologies for having to go to post-recording, however my microphone died at this point during the recording. The underside of the Powerdocks is rubberized to avoid slippage and that sort of thing. It's actually quite effective. Whilst it does move a little, it's not going to move too much, not slide off anything. And then there are these, which look somewhat like feet maybe, that are supposed to prop up the Powerdocks. However, they are actually more for cable management. You can wrap the cable around here, and then, because it is quite a long cable, goes around these, and then it'll plug in with the connector here down into that little power connection there. And keeps it all nice and tidy, has to be said. So on this side, aside from that little nick taken out there for the power cable, the outside of the dock is fairly uneventful. There's nothing happening the whole way around here until you get to the back with the USBs. And from looking at them, there is no indication that they do quick charge or fast charging or any of that sort of thing. So next up, in putting this together, we take these little blades out of the packaging here and place them into the actual dock to act as dividers. As we can see from the bottom of this, there are some kind of indentations for each of them. There's 2 little prongs there, so these dividers must go in a specific way, and this particular divider has 1 prong, and that looks like it goes down there, and then it clips in with a satisfying click. So there are 6 of these in total, and they clip in quite well. They're quite secure, so you're not going to pull them out too easily whenever you're pushing things or setting tablets against them. And this one in particular has the 2 slots, so then it must go at that far end. So you can take them away depending on what size of device that you're putting in here, whether it be a backup battery or a particularly large item like a PlayStation Vita or Nintendo DS. They might not actually fit in between the plastic dividers. So having the option to be able to remove them at your leisure is fantastic. And it will be handy just to be able to pull these in and out depending on what my needs are. I could have that last one out and the Vita would fit in there quite nicely. This is quite a small unit, and for scale I'll throw a Nexus 6P in here so you can just see how the dividers are quite high, so they would take a 10-inch tablet, no problem, and given how secure the dividers are whenever you click them in, they're not going to fall over too easily. So one hooks it up thusly. We take the USB, we pop it into the side here, the right way around preferably, and then we put the USB-C cable into the side of the phone. Now there is this large bit of excess cabling, which is, I suppose, anchored to the side of the dock, and you can't quite fit the cable into the ravine that Griffin have cut into the top of it here. And checking some of the other cables here, the power cable does fit, but it's not exactly snug, popping out very easily. And then this one obviously doesn't fit at all. However, it is substantially larger and thicker than most USB cables. So examining the box to see exactly how they handle cable management, we can see that the USB fits in here, then it comes out and goes behind a device, then back out and round and plugs into the device. Seems to happen on all of these. And to replicate that here now, we'd have to do a bit of twisting of the cable just to get it right. And then once we plug in the device, it looks somewhat like this. However, the cable gets trapped under the device. I'm sure over time it would start to mold to adapt to this shape and would get out of the way whenever you put the phone in. However, you know, it is actually kind of untidy and unsightly, so it might just be a better idea to tie things up with a cable tie and throw them down the back of the bedside table or desk, whatever you happen to be using this on. So all in, this looks to be a slightly better device than what we would normally expect from these kind of charge organizers. Wires are just a pain, and this does help a good little bit to keep things a bit more organized and more sightly. And for the most part, I'm looking forward to using it. It looks pretty good. Some may scoff that it is a ridiculous solution to a problem that shouldn't exist. However, it does, and the more devices you have beside your bed, the more untidy it's going to be with cables and that sort of thing. For the most part, I do quite like this Griffin Powerdock 5, and I look forward to playing with it over the next couple of weeks and seeing how it works out. So thanks for watching, hit the subscribe button and share this with your friend. Take care now.